don't know that you need leadership until things are breaking down around you and you're trying to accomplish something bigger than what you're at now. And you're like, oh, my leadership isn't quite up to snuff. Welcome to the 7-Figure Salon podcast with Rachel and Drew. I'm Drew.
I'm Rachel.
Welcome back to the show. Holy smokes. We have been afoot.
I've never heard that
We have
in
been
my
afoot.
life.
We have been all over the world. And
Such a grandpa thing to say. Yeah, we've been busy. I guess afoot equals busy. We've been extremely busy. We just got back from SalonCon in Cancun, which was amazing. We had so many people from really all over the world fly in for this event. We had owners there, we had managers there, we had stylists there, we had husbands there. It was super, super cool to like finally feel like we had an event that was meant for everyone. You know, and it was really different from what we've done before because we did breakout sessions.
we did do breakout sessions. We did leadership, which was stacked. I really enjoyed doing that.
We had to add extra chairs because other people were just like, oh, wait, I want to do this one instead. And we ended up having to add probably 12 or so more chairs in the back of the room for your class. Yeah.
So really got to... The cool thing about teaching stuff too is the best student is the teacher. So you're really going through things and helping people dial in what leadership is. And you don't know that you need leadership until things are breaking down around you and you're trying to accomplish something bigger than what you're at now. And you're like, oh, my leadership isn't quite up to snuff. I just bought this new book it's called I Am Leader. Super cool. Really excited about it. It's like a $250 book, but it's,
what?
Yeah, you're going to love it. It's going to be great.
I can't believe you spent that much money on a book. What the hell?
Yeah. And I'm really, really excited about this book.
I hope it's like a paper book.
It's an experience. Like this book is, I've never seen anything like this before. Really,
I'm just like where on
they
Amazon
got me on an ad. I was like, I need this.
Oh, great!
I need it.
Love it.
So we got that.
Can't wait.
But we had a ton of people in the leadership class, and sales is leadership. Anytime you're doing anything, there's an element of leadership, and it's not bang your chest, rah, rah, like that's not leadership.
That's aggression.
You know? Yeah, leadership is quiet. It's a lot of things, you know, and there's a dichotomy to it. So there's, you know, what's good for leadership can also be bad. Like your best strength is also your weakness. So we really dove into that, and people were taking notes, and I was pleasantly surprised how excited people were to jump into a leadership course.
We actually had some feedback in our survey that they wanted more note sheets for notes. And I put a ton of note sheets in our workbook. And if you've been to our events, you know, we've got like amazing workbooks. They're super nice. We have clients that have like a workbook from every single event. And we've done like, I think this was our 8th event, I think. So like have all these different workbooks, and they're super, super nice, like laminated, like really nice. And yeah, but I mean, I was watching people take notes, and it was like front, side, back, like every square inch of the sheet was notes, which I thought was so cool.
I was dropping bombs, y'all.
Yeah.
Bombs.
So we did leadership. We had a sales segment with Drew. We had media to money, which was really, really cool because we had like, and it was interesting, like who ended up picking these classes. Cause you would think like, oh, okay, a leadership class, like that was probably all owners. No, it wasn't. Like there were stylists that decided, you know what, I want to go to a leadership class.
Yeah.
And so it was really neat to be able to allow everybody to really curate their own experience of SalonCon instead of it being like what we've done before, where all sessions are for everyone, you know, with the exception of maybe one or two. So that was really, really cool. And, you know, and also just to be able to see like other people's stylists too, and how they interact with their owner and how they show up, you know, and also like we had stylists that had never ever been a part of any program we've been a part of or anything. And they were like front row, like just putting in the work, which is really, really cool to see because from outside looking in, I went up to some of those owners. I'm like, hey, I just want you to know, like, she is a rock star. Like that is an A player right there. Like, and sometimes when you're looking at your own team every day, you know, it's really easy to see like, you know, maybe where they're falling short or, you know, whatever. We're always like more critical of like our own stuff and ourselves, but like allowing someone else to look in and acknowledge, you know, like, wow, A player, you know. And there was a couple of realizations this past weekend as well, where we had an owner, a couple owners actually come up to us and say, hey, like that segment was so eye-opening for me. I've realized that there's a couple people I need to fire when I get home.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, and
there's some of
there
that.
was a couple of them even there at the
Yeah,
event.
but well,
and they're
you bring
ain't
someone
it,
you bring someone who you think is going to be great, and then they're not, because you
well, they
spend more time
disappoint
with
you
them.
too. Like you really get to, when you think about it, you're like with your stylist, like mostly in passing, like, or you're doing something while talking to her, or you're, whatever, like you guys are working together, but then you spend a few days with that person and you can really, you can either, it brings you really, really close, or it was kind of rare. There's just a couple of people that were like, yeah, like I brought this person thinking it was gonna like make them better, but I realized that like they were not the right person to bring.
Yeah, that was eye-opening.
Yeah, but then good too, because they
good.
don't have to keep wasting their time, on that person.
They found out by going to SalonCon, which may have taken them another year and a half to like, oh, this person's not the right one.
For sure. And I think it was cool too. We had some people that showed up by themselves, who own salons, and they came by themselves and they were going to dinner with other salon owners. They were hanging out with other people. They developed really, really awesome friendships that they can now, keep together. Like, and we have other events coming up, and that way they can look forward to seeing these other people, because as salon owners, you guys know it's very, very lonely. It's a very misunderstood, role that you're in. And I think having community is so, so important, because that allows you to have strength whenever it feels like everyone around you is giving you pushback. Like, it gives you strength to like do the thing you need to do. And then also be able to give you like a safe place where you can really like be open and have open dialogue with people about some challenging things that you need to talk through and work through. So we had some amazing conversations and friendships built this past weekend.
Lost my voice.
You did. Yeah. I did not plan on speaking and teaching as much as I did.
I got it all done.
You got it done. Yeah. But it was, we're all bringing you hot tea and stuff. And Ashley's husband, of all people, was so sweet. He was like, kept bringing you tea. And I'm like, oh my God, he's so nice.
That's Bay.
Yeah, Bay. Yeah. David. David Vance.
David Vance.
Such a great guy.
Hey, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
Shout out to David Vance.
Yeah. If you're driving around, we love you.
Borrowed Husband.
Yeah, he has a great business called Borrowed Husband, which I think is so great. And we've been telling them for a while. I'm like, dude, you guys need to like franchise this. You need to have an app where people can like
in a uniform.
Search, a uniform, and like have it be like a whole thing where you can like, they need to trademark the name, like everything, to where you can have like a handyman guy come out, because not everybody has a handyman husband, and or has a husband at all that needs, maybe you're a single mom in it, like I was for several years, and you don't have somebody to fix stuff and help out, get on a ladder and do things. I think it's such a cool name. It's funny, it's clever, but also the fact that it is a Christian business, and being able to really like contract in, I mean, very similar to like Thumbtack or Honeybook or whatever, but have it be like just for guys who want to have like this side hustle, who are handy and want to monetize that skill. I think it's great.
Yeah. I'm not a handyman around the house.
No, you're not.
I'm actually more handy than Rachel thinks I am. But because if it gets out, and then I'm gonna have this list of things to do, and it's gonna take all day. So
I saw this thing. I forget. I forget which client posted it, but it was like a video, and it was like, if you're pissed off at your husband, all he needs to do is just like fix something, like do some project around the house with his hat backwards. And one day I was kind of ticked off at Drew, and he was acting like he was like screwing. We had like a loose door handle, and he was like, he had his hat backward, and he had a screwdriver, and he's like, hey, look,
check it out.
And I'm like, it's working,
No, you said you're supposed to build me something. I'm like, oh.
Well, that too. Yeah, I was like, oh, like I could have screwed the damn
I whittled this birdhouse
thing in the door.
Whittled this birdhouse for you.
You're so weird.
Sometimes.
You're weird all the time. What are you talking about?
Fucking hilarious is what I am.
You are, yeah. And you know what? A couple people told me that I was funny this weekend. So if you told me that, I appreciate you, because I think I am funny.
You are funny. It's just base camp takes it away from you.
Whatever.
Your funny bone
get things
gets
done.
eaten up in the notifications of base camp.
Well, if you work with me,
someone's got to do it.
If you know? Yeah. But if you work with me in person, my interactions with you make up for my very clear bluntness in base camp, and I have a cool relationship with everybody.
It's a good way to be. It's a good way to be direct
and clear. It's not mean, it's clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So we had a formally, should we
I have no idea
redo?
what you're about to say. I'm like,
And I just throw stuff
I'm
on her.
like Rolodex, like fuck. What's he saying?
Should we do SalonCon at the Ava again?
We are.
Okay.
We are. January 16th through the 19th, already on the calendar. Thank
And
you.
what we'll do, I'm going to throw this on Rachel because she's going to have to make this, but we're going to give you guys, if you're listening to this episode now, you will get a discount for buying SalonCon. We're going to put a special price on. It's early, so it's next year. So you will get a real early bird discount. Get the ticket now. If you're going to go, they will go up. So that's going to be in the description below. Grab a time. We won't leave this link alive forever. So if you're listening to this and it's a wee bit late, sorry, missed it. But if you click the link, you can get a discount code. How much discount you want to give them?
499 buckaroos.
There you go. There it is.
Can you explain to everybody and me and Brooks
What a buckaroo is?
No, we'll get to that. But
I'd
what
like
is
to
an
know.
early bird?
An early bird gets the worm. An early bird gets up, gets going, gets the thing done. So if you
We reward action takers is what we're saying. And then now I would like for you to explain what is a buckaroo?
you said a buckaroo.
A buckaroo.
I don't know what a buckaroo
Or in
is.
Texas, it's a buck, like a buck, but it's
Right? Like a male deer.
it's like more or has more value to it because
Is there a chicken involved?
no,
Rooster?
no, a buck, like $1.
I know
like,
that.
Like the dollar's worth more in this instance because they're taking action and they're signing up for the next SalonCon. Right. So, and also just so you guys know, historically our events double in size every single year. So
Yeah,
I would
SalonCon's gonna be
imagine
big.
it's going to be really big. Yeah. But I don't want it to be too big. So I would imagine that we sell out probably mid-year. And we did sell out this year for sure. But I would imagine that because we're going to expand, we're going to get a couple extra ballrooms and we're going to have additional breakout classes too. So we got feedback from everybody. Everybody loved it. They wanted to be able to have a little bit longer sessions for hands-on for extension training. So we're going to be doing that. And then if you're doing an extension training, that'll be more of like a 3-hour situation instead of what we just had, which is a 2-hour situation. And then if you are doing extension training, 3 hours, or you can go pick 2 breakout sessions on sales, leadership, marketing, etc. Wealth building. We'll have all kinds of other stuff for you
ad
guys.
stuff, maybe like we build like an ads workshop
front
where
of
we
them, yeah.
like, make an ad from scratch.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
thing.
For sure.
That'd be good.
And also I won't be pregnant at the next one. So I'll be teaching a little bit more like smaller, more intimate classes instead of like kind of being the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, it was good though. I think it went really well.
I think it did too.
We did mess up. Opening will be full disclosure with us, right? So we didn't want to. We usually do this big offer, this big reveal on their events, and that's gone well. But we decided not to do it this time.
Yeah.
We should have done it. You know, we should have put something together. We did like a la carte. We have options for people to do.
Yeah.
But
it's like the event though. Like every event's so different, and we really think about like who's in the room. And for this particular event, we had a lot of it's a good thing. We have like really good retention of clients. Like we really do. Like we have people that
it was great for
were
that.
in their room that have been to all 7 or 8 events. Which is
it's wild,
crazy. Which is thank you guys. Like we love that. We love seeing you guys every single time. And then we had other people that we had just seen in Nashville. We'd seen them in Houston previously. So for us, for this particular event, with where maybe we didn't necessarily hit our financial goal, but I do think that we provided incredible value to all of the people that attended. Mm-hmm. And we did what felt right with the people in the room, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's important for you guys, like in your business and your life, is just to stay true to what feels right for you. And even if, you have this, I don't know, some sort of routine thing that you do, or maybe, somebody's advised you to do something and it just doesn't quite feel right, like just not ignore that and to still execute whatever the mission is the way that it should be. Yeah. So that's what we did. And I'm happy with how it went.
I'm happy with it.
Obviously we didn't hit the...
No, we spent some, but we did the event more efficiently too, just on cost.
We did, for sure.
Because we got hustled our first one.
U.S. hotels suck. They will eat you
They
alive.
charge you $7,000 just to watch you roll your shit in the door.
I will say,
that's not like exaggerating. That's real.
Yeah, no, that's true. I will say though, there in Mexico, I feel like there's always like hidden things, like people at the airport are trying to hustle you. Like, so we knew that. And like a lot of people that we've traveled with before knew that. So we didn't fall for any of their shenanigans. But there
You
was
were rude to the governmental people.
who?
You're pissed.
Oh,
and
I was
like,
so
don't.
pissed.
I was like, don't be going in here.
Don't be taxing my stuff. Like
They're gonna tax you.
I have paid taxes on this. I have brought it here. I paid to bring it here. Like
I was prepared with the Spanish phrase of, "I am so sorry, she is pregnant." Like I had it ready to go.
Yeah, on his phone he did, and because they'll separate you, and I will say like we got taxed on a lot of our bags, but
Not terrible though.
No, it wasn't bad.
Could have been worse.
But what I don't like is someone being unfair. So and this is like stuff that we weren't even selling. Like this was just like supplies, like pin curl clips and freaking little zippy bags for like to put all the supplies in for class. So it was just like dumb stuff that he was taxing me on. So he's like, well, how much is this? And I'm telling him and I'm showing him on Amazon, like, this is how much these are. This is how much this is.
You know what she did, you guys,
Hang
to
on,
me?
I'm not done.
I'm going to tell him.
1 second. I don't know.
You don't know. I'm going to tell him.
Okay. I don't
learn
know.
today.
Okay, whatever. I will learn because I have no idea what you're going to say. But I'm like, okay, $14, $12, $44. And he's like, oh, $1,000. And I was like, 14 and 12 and 13 and whatever does not equal $1,000, And that's where my mouth gets me in trouble because I have a very, very strong sense of right and wrong. And Drew's over there like, shut up, and I'm like, no, like the math ain't math. And like, he's being dishonest, And I ended up paying tax on $1,000 value of fucking nothing. So stupid. But yeah, what were you about to say?
Well, we were getting there, and I've been to Mexico a lot, and I've been taxed on some things. I know what they're looking for. They always grab me. I'm always wearing like a pack on my back, and it's just going to happen.
You looked extremely suspicious because of our pop-up banners. They look like rifle bags, and they are so not.
The Americans were hilarious coming back.
They're like, what you got there? Yeah,
the side story. I got to sidestep into this because it's so funny. But we were coming back into America, and you show your passport, you go, and we have all these bags. These aluminum stands do look like rifle. They look like guns. So I had a ton of them, and I'm rolling a bunch of stuff. I just roll straight up to the guys, and he goes, the mustaches, they're fully armed, rifles, like suited up, boots, Homeland Security, like
ready to go,
armed up. And I just roll up there. He goes, hey there.
Well, hi. You had a big pink suitcase too, and then you had the 3 zip around black bags.
I go, hey guys, and he goes, what you got there? Just like that.
You're so suspicious.
And I was like, not what you think. It is aluminum stands. And then this other huge guy comes up with a massive gun. He goes, want to hear about guns? And then they all started laughing. It was big old mustaches. Like it was funny.
And I'm just like,
he's squeezing it. He's like,
I'm like, our Uber's here. Like, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could have been friends. You and those guys, for sure.
Oh, okay, cool. It's not really that hard to be your friend. Workout, check. Tattoos, check. Guns, check. Mustache, check. If they have a mullet, bonus. Bestie.
Bonus.
And then y'all are friends.
Yeah.
So if you have any of those requirements, Drew's taking applications for new best friends.
But what she did to me
new friends. I'm the best friend.
We go to Mexico. I have everything planned. Okay. I have my backpack. I have 3 bags. I got a lot of cameras, so I'm gonna have to deal with them. And I know what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna do it. I know my stuff. I'm prepared.
This is my strategy.
And Rachel just is bringing whatever the fuck she wants to bring, and doing pretty much what I told her not to do. And she's like, we'll figure it out. And usually what we'll figure it out means like Drew's going to figure it out for us.
No,
and
I figure all kinds of things out all the time.
By leveraging her husband.
Whatever.
To
Lane
use
and I
his
would have
charm.
gotten it done. Lane and I would have. We had a plan. We're like, we're going to look. Okay, let's all break.
You rolled by me smirking with her.
I know, because I was like, we're going to pretend, because we had so much, we had so much luggage. We had like 15 bags.
And she gave me 10 of them.
And so I'm like, all right, Chloe had the hair bag. I'm like, that's the most expensive, most important bag. Like, just be like, and Chloe's like the sweetest thing ever. She's like so peaceful and calm and like would never draw attention at all with her behavior like me. And so she... just walking along, with her stuff. So we wanted it to look like, she was just there by herself or like meeting someone. So it wasn't like she had all this stuff. Because if you're by yourself and you're wheeling through the airport and you have like 3 massive suitcases and all this other stuff, you're going to get stopped 100,000%. What we didn't know is they were stopping literally everyone, which I did not know that, or I would have just thrown my little, girls' weekend strategy out the window. But I was like, okay, Drew, like, here, take this stuff. Lane and
All
I
the
will
stuff.
look like
Take
we're
the stuff.
having a girls' weekend.
Take all the stuff that looks like guns and these gigantic suitcases along with your 3 bags on this cart.
Well, but my plan is you had all
Stuck
the
to
clothes.
my eyeballs.
You had all the clothes. So I was like, just take all the clothes and then because the biggest suitcases had a bunch of clothes in them. So I'm like, just take all that and then take the 3 sketchy looking bags that look like rifles, but they're so not. They're pop-up banners. And then they can be busy with you while Lane and I roll by with all of our merch.
And they grab me right away.
They
and
did.
then Lane and Rachel go by. You can see in there, and they're just like, just smiling at me. I'm like, and I got 7 bags opened up on this table, and she's asking me questions, and I'm
And she's like, why are the women's clothes in here? And he's like,
and then I need the code, and I can't get the code. She's like, I need the code. I'm like, I can't get the code. My wife's not answering me. I'm like, I can't
but
get
they
the
wouldn't
code.
let me have my phone. He's treating me like a criminal.
But then she was like, don't pretend like we don't know each other. I'm like, okay. So pretend like I don't know you, and I got your bag. I don't know the code. You won't give me the code, but I can't ask you.
I have to go to the bathroom so bad.
You have to go to the bathroom right now?
I'm pregnant.
Wow. Okay, we're back. How was your pee?
It was good.
She just went in the woods, y'all. Like,
No, I did not. I went into the bathroom. I can't do that like you can. I did make us some food, and I ate a little bit, and now we're back.
She brought some burgers.
They're great. I was just like, I saw, like, I asked Adita, like, hey, can you cook this at some point? And then I saw it, and I was like, I bet Drew could go for a burger right now.
Oh yeah. Can we talk about how much of an A player Adita is?
She's great.
On time every single day, all the time.
Amazing.
She has to leave her house at like 6:30 or like she's up minimum 6 every day. Drives 45 minutes minimum here, on the dot, if not 5 minutes early every single day. No reminders, no nothing. Just does it. Shows up. It's great.
Yeah. I honestly wish everyone had that work ethic.
Yeah, it's just like you just follow. It's just honoring
who she is.
your word. It is who she is. She's not doing anything. It really is who she is. It's how she operates, in the dark when no one's looking, or if people are.
I think she misses Henny. I think she misses Hendrix. Like Mondays, I think she's excited to come over because she's missed Hendrix.
She likes her job too.
Yeah, for sure.
She's part of our family.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Whoa.
Stop it.
What were we talking about? We were talking
about how easy the luggage experience was at the Cancun airport.
Yeah. So, long story short, to wrap that up, she set me up. So I got everything planned, and then they sent me with 10 bags to go deal with the government, and then she had a couple bags, and then ends up yelling at the Mexican government.
Let
me
be clear. I don't yell at people. You're making it seem like I.
She's not screaming.
No, never. I'm just like. Again, 13 plus 14 plus 44 does not equal 1,000. And I was just like, I'm like, hey, like, just, he's just not being fair,
She's like, they're a little corrupt. I'm like, are they?
Mexico's corrupt?
What?
Yeah, so
Really?
whatever. We paid our taxes. We did, whatever. We got to the hotel, and it was amazing. Like, everything was great. We had visited there before, which was awesome.
Cancun, though. They weren't like that in Guadalajara. It was just like...
Well, no, because it's a tourist area, and they're gonna try to, whatever, try to get what they can get.
Their commission.
Sure.
Which they are.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but everything. I mean, everybody was so impressed by the hotel, and also like the hotel is 5 minutes from the airport. It's so close.
So close, and we're in Texas. It's an hour and 53 minutes from here, and we are in Texas. You may not be in Texas, but just like I'm trying to tell my mom. And I'm trying to bring my mom, she's like, she's just a homebody, doesn't want to go anywhere or see the world or anything. And like, it's right there. It's right there.
Yeah. Like you could very well be in traffic in Houston for that long.
For sure. And still be in Houston.
Yeah. So it was great. The hotel was great. The food was great. The weather was great. I was thinking it was going to be a little chilly, but it ended up being perfect. Yeah. And it was just such a great experience. And it was really cool because I know like the way that the hotel is laid out, it's like this very, very long, it's like very like wide kind of narrow like strip, basically. It's like right on the beach. And it was cool because there was not ever a day where I don't think we saw everyone like coming and going and us walking to breakfast or going to a meeting or whatever. Like we got to like interface with everybody, which was really cool because I always like am consciously thinking about at our events, like, okay, did I talk to everyone? Did I get to see everyone? Did I get to answer everyone's questions? Like those are things that I'm always thinking about. And I definitely think that we got to do that even more because of how the hotel was laid out. So that was really cool.
Yeah. We'll make some adjustments going into the next one, but we didn't have a lot of people book their room until a couple weeks prior, which I knew was going to happen. This is real common.
Come on. I love our community. I love our audience, but like busy salon owner, fall season, winter season, like waiting to the last fucking second for an adrenaline rush. Like, that's our girl, that is who I am, or who I used to be. And that is like very much our clients are. So because of that, we did get bumped from a couple of different venues that we had already secured. We got bumped because they had a larger group. Our group was still just as large as the others, but it didn't, from what records we had on our side versus the hotel, what they had on their side, it was not in sync until literally the week before because our clients like kind of dragged their feet. Some of them dragged their feet on booking their room. So please book your rooms early, just so you can so you can participate in the payment plan. Hello, like no interest, pay it out over time. Why not? So yeah, that way you guys can participate in the payment plan and be thinking about who you're going to bring with you. And really, like, I don't want you guys to give this opportunity to just anybody. I want this to be something that you let them earn. Okay. So, every single person that was at this event, like, and anyone that we had as a client, all year long, I was like, hey, leverage this opportunity as a performance thing. Let them win a ticket based on their sales or their performance or how many extension packages they sold, stuff like that.
Maybe talk about the details, like what could they do this year to maybe tee that up.
I mean, you got plenty of time. I mean, the next one's in January. So, the 16th through the 19th in January 2026. And, you've got plenty of time. So obviously, like, get your ticket just so that you're like, it's on your calendar and you're planning on it. And then that way you can plan around the rest of the year, and knowing that week or however, if you want to take a few days extra. It was cool. A lot of people got to they added extra days on the front and back and front or back end, and some even added both, which I think is great because they really made it a vacation, which I think is honestly the most powerful thing you can do in the month of January is like just reset, like get yourself right so that you can go be a really great owner and leader for the rest of your team. And, it doesn't take long for you to like get there either. You just need to be in the right setting, eliminate distractions, get the hell out of your zip code, out of your state, and just like really get back to like basics of what you're here to do. Like what's the whole purpose of doing all that? But what you guys could be doing as far as like allowing your teams to win their way is obviously, at this point in the year, all of you guys should be doing one-on-ones. If you're doing one-on-ones with your team, you're getting clear on what are their goals that they want to accomplish this year. It's January. If you don't know what your team's goals are, if you enter February or March or April and you're still unclear, like you're already off track. So getting clear on what their goals are specifically, not just like, I want to make more money. I want to make X amount of money. I want to work X amount of days. I want to buy a house. I want to buy a new car. I want a mommy makeover. Like whatever it is that your stylists want, you need to be aware so that way you can help them reach their goals. If you're expecting them to help you reach your goals without them reaching theirs along the way, or you even being aware of it, it's never going to happen. The only way for your salon to reach its potential is for your stylist to reach their potential. And the only way that you'll access that information is by spending time with your stylist. I know that doesn't exactly seem like a money-making activity, or it seems like, you're taking an income loss by blocking out all, hours and hours of time on your calendar. I can tell you that's probably the best use of your time is spending some time sitting down with your stylist and figuring out what the hell do they want and how can I, as the owner of the business, help them hit their goals, because you'll never hit yours if they're not hitting theirs. And if they're not even, if you don't even have that as like part of your culture, like ingrained in your business about like what do we want? What are we going after? What are we doing? Like, what are the action steps we need to take? You know, how hard are we pushing? You know, where am I at? Where do I need to be? If you're not tactically like having those types of questions and conversations, you know, most likely the business is kind of just at a standstill, or it's decreasing. So it's just so important to do that. And if you are an entrepreneur like us and you have like multiple businesses that you're working across all the time, maybe that person that's meeting with them is your manager, and you're molding and developing and spending time with your manager, and then allowing them to conduct those meetings, and then helping them strategize and help the stylist execute the action steps that they dig up in that meeting.
Yeah, I think a really good person to think about is like Elon Musk, right? So what does he do? I saw this interview of people interviewing his partners, and they're like, what is it about him? And he has this different way of operating. But what I pulled from it was he understands intimately every single aspect of all his companies. He was involved in PayPal and SpaceX, and there's XAI that's coming out now. But he understands every little detail of the skills and what needs to happen. So what he does, he shows up each week to his companies, and he finds the biggest problem and he solves it. Instead of having a meeting, about a post-op meeting, about a recap and a summary, like he shows up, he solves that meeting for that company, he goes to the next company. So now he's solving one major problem for his businesses every single week, and he just creates so much momentum by doing that. So what is the biggest problem when you arrive to your business? What you can do is go there and solve the main issue, like solve it, instead of having a meeting and talking about it and then all this stuff. Like, just that's a great way to do business, and that's something I'm focused on for 2025. Is like, what's our main problem here? Cool, I'm going to solve that. I'm going to go over here. What's the main problem here? I'm going to solve that this week. What's the main? We got 4 companies that are operating right now. So, yesterday was some real estate stuff. Like, we had a main issue. I went there and solved that problem. There's problems.
That's another episode that house.
But example, just some security stuff, cams and whatnot.
And
like
cats.
there's issues.
And some cats.
Yeah, solve the problem. I didn't hurt the cats though. I removed the cat. I filmed it too. So I needed to catch these cats. I didn't want to hurt it or kill it or anything like that. Cats didn't do anything, but they got to go. So I caught one. He was really, really nice. I just picked him up.
It's impacting the sale of this property is what it's doing.
It's getting trashed.
We'll go. I think the next episode we can dive a little deeper
But
into some bullshit.
This cat was trying to kill me, and I didn't hurt it. I got it and moved it.
It was like some cat jujitsu.
Dude, I had
to submit the cat in order for. And keep in mind, guys, we love animals. Okay, so I don't need any like hate or fucking trolls on this.
No.
But we love animals. We have animals. But that cat
did not like me.
No, that cat was on high alert.
Bit the shit out of my hand, but I had a glove on, right? So it crapped all over me.
Ugh.
Yeah, but I was catching the cat without like anything, and it was just all over my hand. It was gross, but didn't hurt the cat. Cat's healthy with his friends. No, solved the problem. Didn't hurt the cat at all. It scratched me up a little bit. Got scratches.
Well, I'm wondering, as I'm watching this video, I'm like, why are you, like, you have your jacket. So it's like, it's not that you didn't have a jacket. You had a jacket, but you're like trying to, I don't know, like you're trying to wrangle or like a bull guy.
The goal was to have my gi, and I was just going to catch it.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a jacket. Because I was like, your arms are exposed. No wonder you got scratched.
No, he wasn't having it, So I just had to.
We'll fill you guys in as to what this was all about on the next episode. But like, there's always gonna be challenges, and sometimes it's like stuff that is an absolute waste of your time. Like Drew spending time yesterday at an investment property,
but that problem,
trying to catch a freaking cat because the SPCA won't come out. They won't come out.
No,
and it's impacting the sales. So what does he do in that instance for that particular company? Is solve the biggest problem, which is getting rid of the cat.
$230,000 on the line.
Yeah.
Needed to solve that problem. So
yeah, for sure. Because it is impacting the sale for sure because of the fact that they just keep getting in there.
Well, they make more, just more.
more of them.
More cats.
Ugh. Okay.
Yeah, they just.
I'm actually allergic. I'm not a fan, but I
So.
I definitely, no cats were harmed. In
Dude,
this.
I don't trust cats though.
I don't either.
I know the reason why I don't trust cats is because if that cat was 200 pounds, it would kill you in your sleep.
I don't know how you're going to end this episode.
It
Brooks.
would. It would. That's what they do. That's the biggest cats.
I'm like trying to figure out a way to bring it back to the
biggest-
SalonCon, but I just
No,
can't at this point.
Cats are nuts, man. Like the big cats are. And then this is from the podcast episode. I'm totally stealing this, but the fun fact about cats: you call the lion the king of the jungle. Doesn't even live in the friggin' jungle. Lives in the Sahara. King of the jungle is a tiger. Tigers are scary. That's all. But these are the podcasts that I listen to. I just haven't vocalized this.
We're just giving you guys a little bit of everything today. So
We're just
I hope
kinda-
you like it. I hope, or maybe you skipped 20 minutes ago. That's fine too. But anyways, we
Real
love you
deal.
guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.